Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today's learning objective is about standard form and kind of how we calculate and interpret it. Perhaps if you know what's going on, feel free to skip to a certain part of the video. I'll wait you there. Yeah, timestamps are here as usual. Okay, so let's talk a bit more about the learning objective. Well, what is standard form? So standard form is effectively just another way of writing numbers. So if you have, say, the number 360, well, you can actually write this as 3.6 times by 10 squared, because what this is actually saying is, well, we know this actually is true because we can go 3.6 times by 100 because that's what 10 squared is, and what that is then 360, right? And so basically this is just a standard form, just another way of writing kind of these bigger numbers, and it's really helpful when we get numbers that are quite large. So instead of writing 8 zeros, we can just write, like, for example, 3.6 times 10 to the 8. So it just becomes a lot easier for, with larger numbers, and the same thing with kind of a lot smaller numbers. So instead of writing, 5 or 6 trailing zeros in the beginning, so for example, if we have 0.00000, and however many zeros, and then 4 or 5, we can just write 4.5 times by 10 to the negative, say, 6, for example. And it's just trying to make our lives easier. So if you remember the stuff from the videos on indices and stuff, this should kind of, a lot of this hopefully makes sense. And with standard form, the key is that you write it in the form of saying a number a times by 10 to the n, where n is an integer, and a is between 1 and 10. And that's all standard form really is. So let's just do a question on it. Okay, well, this is in standard form, and this is already in standard form, but we have to evaluate the whole thing and give our answer in standard form. Okay, so this is saying 5 times by 10 to the negative 4 times by 4 times 10 to the 0. We remember from our indices video, 10 to the 0 is just 1, so that's saying 5 times 10 to the negative 4 times by 4 times by 1. Well, that's equal, well, we can do 5 times 4, 20, times by 10 to the negative 4. Now, but this actually isn't in standard form, because remember, this has to be, this a number here, has to be between 1 and 10. So, well, we know, for example, that 20 is the same thing as 2 times 10, or we can do 2 times 10 times negative 4 now, and then we can have 2 times by 10 to the minus 4 plus 1 from our indices laws, remember, which is 2 times 10 to the negative 3. And there we go. Let's move on to the other question, if I can find it. Here we are. Write this number in standard form. Give the video a pause, just give it a go. Hopefully it should make sense. Just remember the two key things. The A has to be between 1 and 10, and kind of it has to be 10 to the power of an integer. I'm waiting right here. I won't go anywhere. Don't worry. Give it a go. Okay, so let me change it up. Oh no, actually, back to black. Okay, let's answer this question. 4 times standard form. Okay. Well, since this number has to be between 1 and 10, right? We know the decimal point then has to come out over here. This decimal point has to be here. And if you want to get the number like this, where kind of if we want to go back from this to this, we have to times by 10 1, because there's one place here, 2 and 3 times. So that's the way I approach it. I say, I've got this number. Where do I need to stick the decimal point? I need to stick it right here, because it has to be this number has to be between 1 and 10. And now because I've taken off 1, 2, 3 units, or 3 digits, has to be, to go back to that, to this original thing, has to be 10 to the 3. Let's just do another example, 3 for good luck, instead of 2. Say we want to write 3, 7, 4, 5, 8, 1.12 in standard form. How will we do that? Okay. As we did before, where's a new decimal point going to go? Well, it's going to go right here. How many decimal points, how many kind of units have we removed because of it? Well, you got rid of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So then our answer, therefore, is 3.74581112, and we removed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times by 10 to the 5. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. See you guys in the next one.